Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about planting trees and transplanting trees and how bad of an idea it is to transplant trees. Okay, there's a lot I want to say about this project and not a lot of time to do it in. So here you can see it starts with us digging up this first tree so that we can replace it with a beautiful magnolia tree. Here you can really see that our root ball did not go out from the existing root ball that was planted into our ground before we moved into the home. And that's pretty concerning because that means that the clay is just not penetrable by the roots of this tree. So y'all, trees are heavy and we had a hard time deciding how we were actually going to get this tree out of this hole that we had now dug. And we determined that the easiest way was to throw some dirt back in and just rock the tree back and forth until we were able to drag it out of the hole. And then we bound the tree roots and the root ball with a bunch of saran wrap so that it was easier to move it. So hopefully when we move it, we can break up the soil and we can get it into a space where it can actually grow out, root out, and be a happy tree. Happened was we went to the tree farm to buy 1 or 2 live oak trees, but I went and I found a magnolia tree and I fell in love with a magnolia tree, and we decided we couldn't put this beautiful tree in our backyard. We had to put it inside of our front yard. But our front yard is teeny tiny, and I like it that way because low maintenance in the front and you get all of the entertainment space in the backyard. However, it means that there's only so much space for beautiful trees in our front yard. And so we already have 2 small trees in our front yard that were planted there a year ago when we moved in. And so I thought, well, what if we just pick up the tree that was planted there, move it to the backyard, and put the beautiful magnolia tree in its place? So through this process, we actually found out a lot of interesting stuff about the soil that is surrounding our house. And when I say soil, I mean ground, dirt. It's not any of those things. It's clay. We are living on top of clay, and clay expands with water and it contracts when there's a drought. And so I'm a little concerned about our homestead, but that's okay. All of that to say, when we plant things in the ground, they are constantly putting their roots into clay, and the clay is really hard for them to actually root out and stay and be happy little plants. So what we did is we did some research, and we found that there's this item called gypsum. Not item, but it looks kind of like fertilizer. It's these little bead looking things, and you kind of just throw it around your yard, and it's supposed to create a chemical reaction with the clay that makes it less clay-like and sticky, and it's supposed to make it more porous so that water will actually seep through it. So here you can see that our dying live oak from the front yard, we've already planted it inside of the back of the frame, and hubby went and staked it. And now we're planting the live oak that we actually purchased from the tree farm here in the foreground. Hopefully, after all of this hard work, we will have a bunch of happy little trees on our property.